Okay, hello everybody. We're live. I'm Carol. I'm with BlogPaws, and welcome, depending on if you're live or you're on the replay. I'm here with the fabulous David Frei at the National Dog Show, Kennel Club of Philadelphia, sponsored by Purina this year. And I'm with kids, I'm with dogs, and we're about to have some major fun. I know Mr. Frei is here, and we're going to have him get on camera as well. And who are we here with?
Joshua. I got Joshua here.
You got Joshua, and what's your name?
Cody.
Cody, and a bunch of kids. Say hi, everybody. The whole world's watching. The whole world's watching. We're going to talk all about the dog show. We're going to tell you some fun things that are happening, some surprises, and we also have a very special guest dog here with us. So for everybody who's here with BlogPaws, welcome. Join in, tell your friends. And so the National Dog Show, David, it's going to be on Thanksgiving Day, November 23rd. And for people who are unfamiliar with it, I know it's a time-honored tradition as much as turkey and football.
It is.
So tell me a little bit about that.
16 years we've been doing it with the Kennel Club of Philadelphia, called the National Dog Show, presented by Purina.
45 days until Christmas.
How long?
45.
Oh, it's 45 days till Christmas, Cody says.
Oh, well, first you got to do Thanksgiving. We're going to watch the National Dog Show on NBC.
Okay.
On Thanksgiving, I'm going to my brother's.
And you're going to watch the National Dog Show on TV, right?
Dog Show?
Yeah.
Comes on at noon, right after the Macy's parade.
So can the whole family sit down and watch the
It
dog show?
really is a family adventure because it spans generations. Everybody loves their dogs. Their dogs are members of the family too. And we want you to watch and be entertained by all the different breeds that we have. Get involved with the competition, root for the dog that you like, and then when it's all over, turn and hug the dog that's sitting on the couch next to you, because that's the real best in show dog anyway.
That is my favorite line that David says. The best in show dog is the one that's right by your side.
That's it.
And Cody is loving the camera. So let's talk about the TV audience. I understand that it's grown in the last 15 years exponentially.
It is huge. We draw as much as most major sporting events, World Series games, playoffs, and the like. And we had over 20 million people watch us last year on the telecast, and another 5 million watched the rebroadcast on Saturday night, which we're having again this year too. So it's a great family event. We tell everybody in the family to hold on to the remote, say dogs until 2,
Dogs until 2.
and then you can give the remote to the football fans because our show's over at that point. And we want you to go enjoy turkey with your family and enjoy the day with your family.
Yeah.
Which includes your dog.
It does. Dogs are members of the family, and there's a lot of us. So what is this Dogs Until 2? Tell me a little bit about Dogs Until 2.
Well, it's the show is on at noon, and it's a 2-hour show in all time zones. And so we take Dogs Until 2. We want you to not let anybody change the channel until 2 o'clock. I think a lot of families, of course, have more than one television set these days, but it's turned into a fun little event for us to talk about in terms of producing supporting memes for it, where we're showing the dog talking to the family and saying, you know, this whippet is just as fast as any wide receiver you're going to see.
Yeah.
So we think that's part of the fun, and we help promote the idea that we get the TV until 2 o'clock.
That's right.
And then you can go watch whatever you want, if it's a football game or some Christmas black and white rerun.
That's
you
right.
can watch that too.
So I'm going to do an exchange of the kids for a dog right now.
Okay.
And so we're going to have Cody and his friends say
Thanks,
goodbye
kids.
to America, to the world, say bye-bye, coming to a theater near you. And we're going to have the dog come in and say bye, everybody. Okay.
Bye-bye.
We're going to have you go out, and then we're going to have the dog come in. So you'll be back.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Kids
Stay
from the
with us,
Chesterbrook
BlogPaws.
Academy here in Chesterbrook.
Yeah.
And they were here to help us have fun, you know, kids and dogs.
Mhm.
That's what our world is all about.
So one of the things that we're getting from BlogPaws is, what is this? Is it a beauty contest, a dog show? How do we know what the judges are looking
Well,
for?
you know, we have 191, I think, different breeds and varieties at the dog show, and they're judged based on a standard that's a written description of the ideal specimen of that breed, and that's usually based on form and function.
Okay.
So the dogs are all dogs were really bred originally to do a specific job for us,
Okay.
whether it's be in charge of varmint control and rats and stuff in our kitchen, or being security dogs, or helping drive our cattle to market and things like that. Well, these days, there's not a whole lot of opportunity for that. We got the organ man. We don't need to worry about exterminating rats and mice. We got grocery stores. We don't have to worry about them being hunting dogs and helping us hunt. So they've moved from our backyards and our garages onto our couches, into our living rooms. They are members of the family.
Yeah.
And they do things with us. They do everything with us. My dogs always have that look with me. Somebody once said, "Geez, don't you wish your dog could talk?" I said, "No, because they know too much.
Yeah.
They've seen too much."
That would be good.
And I know what they would say anyway. They would say, "Me too, me too. I want to go with you. I want to do what you're doing and be with you all the time." So, so that's basically what has happened now. Dog shows are still based on that. We want a dog. You want an athletic dog that's going to run down their prey. We don't have them running down the prairie very much anymore. They're out there. They may run in a field, and we may compete with that and workforce and things like that for the hounds. And it's fun to see them doing what they were bred to do. And that, what they were bred to do, kind of shapes their temperament, their personalities, and helps us decide how they fit our family. If we're that kind of person, if I've got to run 2 miles every night, and I don't. I'm not going to want a small dog like a French bulldog or a bulldog that can't keep up with me. I'm going to want a sporting dog.
Right.
If I sit at home and watch TV every night, I'm not going to want a dog like a border collie who has the need to get out and have some exercise and have nature. So, so that's part of what we're thinking about when we're helping you find the dog that fits your lifestyle.
So when the judges are looking at them and they're opening their mouths and they're touching them and they're feeling the line, are they judging against the standard or dog against dog?
Well, you know, when they're judging them in the breed, you can't help but kind of compare some of the dogs together. But theoretically, you're supposed to judge that dog in front of you against the standard to see how close it comes to perfection. And maybe in your brain, not necessarily you don't really have a score sheet, but maybe in your brain, you give it a score, say, I'm going to give this dog a 90 on my Dachshund scale.
Right.
And then the next dog, maybe I get 88. And I'm not going to compare them so much together, but when they get to the group, the Dachshund's in the hound group. Well, you know what else is in the hound group? Irish Wolfhound, biggest dog.
Right.
You're not going to compare a Dachshund to an Irish Wolfhound.
Right.
You have to compare the Irish Wolfhound to the ideal Irish Wolfhound and the Dachshund to the ideal Dachshund. And see, whichever one of them fits their standard more closely, that's the dog that you're going to select to be your
I tell you, from all over the years, I've learned more about dogs from you than any book. I keep telling you to write that book on breeds because that'd be a bestseller.
And my next book is a book about my 27 years at Westminster.
Oh, we can't wait.
We're underway with that. So.
Yeah, you are the voice of dogs. I think you're the voice for dogs too.
Well, somebody said I was the face of the dog show. I don't know if I would be the face of a dog show or just the voice is fine. But you know, the dogs in particular, and dog shows in general, have done a lot for me in my life.
Oh, yeah.
I'm truly blessed to be able to do that. I have great friends from the sport, and the dogs in my own family, you know, growing with them, growing old with them, is really a wonderful thing to have.
And the show in Philadelphia is what's called a benched show. What exactly is a bench show?
A bench show is a show where the dogs, when they're not competing in the ring, they have to be in a specific area all day long, from like 11 in the morning or so until 5 o'clock at night. So that I know when I go there and I want to see the Beagles, if they're not in the ring being judged, they're going to be on their bench. And you can find out that benching area 12B, and you can walk down that row.
You can touch that
and you can see all the Beagles. You can touch them and get up close and personal with them. You can't do that in any other sporting event.
That's true. Don't try that at the Super Bowl.
You can do it at a dog show. I mean, you need to ask everybody first. It's okay to pet their dog and hug their dog. But the people and the handlers and the owners and the breeders are usually there with them as well, and they can answer the questions. Maybe you're trying to find a dog for your family or for yourself, and they can answer the questions so that you have some idea what these dogs are all about.
So then when they're not in the ring and they're not competing, do they have lives? Do they have fun? I have people say, are they at the beauty parlor when they're not in the ring?
Well, you know, that's the thing that I've tried right from the very beginning. In 1990, when I started doing Westminster, my God.
That's yesterday.
That's what I said, is that I wanted to show people that these are real dogs, and that we are real people in this great family sport of showing dogs. But show dogs don't sit around on doggy cushions eating doggy bonbons all week long. They are real members of our family. They sit on our couches, they shed on our dark clothes, and they probably even drink out of a toilet once in a while.
Your dogs are therapy dogs.
My dogs are therapy dogs. They do great things for people in need. And a lot of other dog people are doing that too with their dogs. They found this great activity for them. When we talk about they're not doing their jobs they were bred to do anymore, we've got this great job waiting for them because most dogs are good at that. They love getting out and seeing people, whether it's in a hospital, in a school, or some other healthcare facility. They can make people's lives much better just by getting them to smile every once in a while.
Absolutely. So how about some early favorites? I know we have a gentleman here, probably as we have so many people that are in and saying hello with the BlogPaws community, I'm sure they would want to learn about this dog who's here with us today. So David, I'm going to give you the honor of pronouncing this breed, and I'm going to let everyone see this new dog.
Rod?
And that Rod? Darlene, can you get Rod? He just left us. Live TV. The dog? We need the dog.
Just sitting here.
We have
live TV.
This is live TV.
I love live TV.
And bear with this. And someone says, "Where's Dexter?" He's flirting. He's off getting phone numbers. And
Dexter's working over the theory.
Yeah. So as we're waiting for the dog to come back, I know, David, you said that purebred dogs are about predictability. What does that mean?
Well, it means that I know that this little 4-pound ball of fluff, no matter what breed it is, they're going to grow up to be different than the other little 4-pound balls of fluff. If they're an Akita, they're going to grow up to be a 90-pound ball of fluff. If they're a Pomeranian, they're going to stay probably about 4 or 5 pounds as a ball of fluff. But it's important for me to know, all puppies are cute.
Right.
All puppies are fuzzy little things and fun, but they're not going to be puppies for long. They're going to be most of their life with you. They're going to be an adult dog. And they're going to have certain needs, and they're going to have certain conditioning needs. They have a certain temperament and personality that you want to have fit you and your lifestyle. And that way, if it works out that way, those dogs don't end up in shelters because somebody's surprised at how they grow up. When somebody says, this dog's going to grow up to be 15 pounds and it grows up to be 65, that might not be the right dog for you.
Sure.
So it's important. And that's what purebred dogs are about. Now, that doesn't mean there's not a place in our world or in our lives for mixed breed dogs because they have this wonderful personality way about them that brings out the good in all of us.
Right.
And to have a dog have any dog is the greatest thing you can be doing for yourself and your
agree,
dog.
it's all about the dogs.
It's all about the dog. It's not about the breed.
Right. I think on that cue, we do have a very special surprise guest. And thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And I'm going to let David do the honors and explain who we're seeing. This is Bandit and Rod. And,
Bandit, get up here.
There he is.
And that's it.
All right. We're going to see if we could get Bandit on camera a little bit.
Bandit is a Nederlandse Keukerhondje.
There you go.
And he is the next new breed recognized in the AKC. They Nederlandse Keukerhondje, or Keuker for short.
Yeah.
And they are a duck retrieving dog, similar but not totally so to the Nova Scotia duck tolling retriever. They all have these long names, but Bandit here is still in the miscellaneous class for this show of the Kennel Club of Philadelphia, but he will be recognized next year. His first big TV show for the breed will be with the Beverly Hills Dog Show on NBC in March. So it's fun to see them. He's orange and white like my Brittany and like my Cavalier. I'm talking to Rod Beckstead here, who's the breeder and owner of Bandit, and it might be the next dog in my family. He's the right color pattern.
I'll say, David, he really does look like your dog. Rod, if you want to have a seat, we'd love to hear a little bit about the breed and let folks know. You could say it again because I'm sure bloggers out there are trying to type that up.
Trying to figure it. Actually, it's pretty easy. It's just Netherlands.
Okay.
Only we pronounce it like they do in Dutch, with a D instead of a TH.
Okay.
It's a Netherlands Keukerhondje.
Okay.
It's a very simple name when you get to it. A Keuker is a gentleman in Holland that captured wild ducks for market. Then Hond is Dutch for hound or dog.
Okay.
And J-E on the end is pronounced as if it were a J-A to be little. So it's really a decoy man's little dog.
Is he in a certain class? Where's he being grouped?
He will be in the sporting group.
Okay.
Because of his work with ducks. But the difference that's interesting, they don't hunt, they don't flush, they don't retrieve, they don't point, they don't do anything the sporting dogs do. They actually lure the ducks.
Interesting.
They will walk around ponds where the Keuker or the decoy man has dug canals off or tributaries off to the side, which he has covered with huge big nets, maybe 10, 15 feet high. There's a pathway down the side of these tributaries. The Quaker will start by feeding the wild ducks. So they get very used to the gentleman standing there feeding them, very calm voice that he uses. Then the dog comes and mingles with them.
Nice.
And he's just around there, calm as they can be, and the ducks are not intimidated at
So
all.
he's luring them.
He's getting around.
He's getting around too, yeah.
And originally, if I may, from off camera, it was a hunting function. They would capture the ducks and take them to the market. But nowadays, more often than not, they're capturing the ducks and banding them for research, and then turning them loose. So the bands tells us something about the duck's behavior and migration and things like that. So that's more what we're doing nowadays. It's like all of our other sporting dogs. Some of them are hunters, but most of them are not.
That's so good.
But the uniqueness about this is when the Quaker just vanished out of around the ducks, the dog starts walking down the tributaries, and the ducks follow them. It's like the Pied Piper. It is really unusual to see.
Bandit looks like he's thinking about his strategy for doing that. I thank you so much for explaining that.
You bet.
He's beautiful, and I think he says, David, it's your cue now. You think he's passing the chair back to you?
Passing the chair back to the other dog.
Okay.
Thanks, Rod. Good luck.
Thank you,
good
Rod.
luck.
We have 5 Quakers entered in the show in the miscellaneous class.
Wow.
So
we can watch for them at the National Dog Show.
At the National Dog Show, we'll have a little pop for them on TV and tell you to watch for them on Beverly Hills.
So who are you calling some early favorites here in this year's show, David?
Well, you're always waiting to see who shows up, but right now I think some of the top 3 of the top 4 dogs, as far as I know, are here.
Okay.
And if they get here, the #1 dog in the country is this beautiful Poolie named Preston.
Okay.
That has done a lot of winning and is a great show dog. But he's going to have some tough competition from a couple of other great dogs. There's a giant Schnauzer out there named Ty that's done a lot of winning. And there's a beautiful Bichon named Flynn that also could be here. And we'll just see, what happens on the day. We talk about dog shows being judged on the day. Because, they're like athletes. Sometimes they have days that aren't as great as the other days.
Right.
But now they come, if they show like they're supposed to show, we're not judging them on their past records or their past performances. We're judging them on the day. And that's the beauty of the dog show.
And everybody on Thanksgiving shouting out their favorites.
It's great fun because you can have your favorite. You can judge them outside the ring and pick your favorites. We do it all the time ourselves. And I say, how come my dog didn't win? What happened there?
Right.
And you can do that at home too. You say, I like this dog because it did something cute.
Absolutely.
You're not going to say, I like this dog because it's neck set and its pasterns and whatever are all in the right place. You don't have to do that. You can like the dog for whatever reason you want.
And that's what I love about you. You get the audience into it. And I know over the years you've had many colleagues that you've commentated with. And I thought it might be fun to do this little exercise. Your colleagues, what breed they are most like. So you've worked with John O'Hurley. You've worked with John O'Hurley. You'll be working with him again on the National Dog Show. What breed is
there's no question that he's the Irish setter.
Oh, he is?
Oh, yeah, he's a big athletic guy, and he's got this beautiful hair. One of People magazine's most beautiful people in the world. I'm under a lot of pressure when I have to stand next to him on camera.
Oh, my goodness.
I need some help here, but he's great. He's funny. He's got a great sense of humor. We have a great time with
do.
it.
That comes across.
Well, and I know, and I hear him say something every once in a while where I think, that wasn't John, that was Mr. Peterman.
Oh, yeah.
Say, where's Elaine?
Yeah.
Where's Jerry?
Yeah.
Where are these guys? But he's a lot of fun. But you know what? He's not just a celebrity that's doing a dog show. He has really gotten involved in the dogs. He's written 3 books now about dogs and the great things that they do for our lives and our families. And he knows what he's talking about to a certain point.
Right.
I like to say,
defer to you.
Yeah, and I like to say that I've made him a star. He started on these small shows like Seinfeld and Family Feud, but he had to get to the dog show. I have Sex in the City.
And
the highlight of my life.
Yes, yes, exactly. Well, how about Mary Carrillo? If you had to pick a breed for Mary,
I think I would pick a terrier because
Yeah.
she's a tough, competitive athlete. She has a Westie herself.
Okay.
So I know that she likes terriers, and she's fun. As you know, she was a great tennis player.
Yes.
We hear her all the time talking on the Olympics and relating to the competitors. So yeah, I would make her something competitive like a terrier that, terriers, it's their world and we're just living in it.
Okay.
So that's Mary. God love her. She was my partner at Westminster for 6 years. She's been with us in the National Dog Show for most of our 16 years. And she's just a joy to be around and a joy to be on the air with.
So here's a drum roll on this one, but Johnny Weir. We've got to know what breed is Johnny most like?
Well, he shows up with different hair all the time. So maybe it's something like a poodle.
A poodle?
Because, poodles are great athletes.
Yes, they are.
They really are. And Johnny, of course, is a great athlete. You've seen him in action winning his gold medals and things. So I would give him a poodle. And I say the same thing about Johnny and his hair, and I say about the poodle and their hair. Don't let the hair fool you. This is a real person under that hair, and he loves his dogs. He has a Havanese, I believe, of his own, and he has a great time at the dog show.
And speaking of gold, Tara Lipinski.
Well, Tara, of course, she's got a sporting dog. She has a flat-coated retriever. She loves the dog show too. It's fun to watch them work because it's all new to them as well. It's just like anybody else going around the dog show. They say, "Oh my God, look at that!" I remember Mary Carrillo one time. We're sitting in the booth, and on the monitor is the Chinese crested. The hairless Chinese crested comes back to the camera. The camera's fixed on the dog. The dog's taking up the whole screen. And Mary says, I got some questions.
I think she spoke for many of us when she said that.
I got some questions.
Absolutely.
So I have the greatest job in the world because I get to hang out with people like them. And Joe Garagiola was my partner for 9 years at Westminster.
That was awesome.
I had 9 partners in 27 years at Westminster. I guess I'm hard to work with or something.
No, I think, you're all about the dogs. And
it's all about the dogs.
It's all about the dogs. I know a lot of folks know you from the BlogPaws conference. You were there a few years ago. You emceed. And if they want to go to this event, the National Dog Show in Philadelphia, what is the official website that they take?
It's nationaldogshow.com.
Okay.
There's some other variations of it, but you can get to all of those from that site.
Okay.
Whether it's for tickets or to find out the television or to see the streaming video, you can get there. But it airs at noon in all time zones, noon to 2 on Thanksgiving Day, and then we repeat on Saturday night at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And check your local listings on that one because it may vary in some of the time zones. But last year we had 20 million people watch the show on Thanksgiving Day.
Wow.
We had another 5 million watch it on Saturday night. So that's 5 times the audience that any other dog show on television can give you.
Some of us watch it twice. I'm just saying that for a friend.
We only count you once.
Some of us watch it twice. But I have a special guest here too that came with me. Darlene, if you could bring Dexter on camera.
Come on, Dexter.
Yeah, we have a special guest.
Come on, Dexter.
And
Come here,
I'm going to have him come on camera.
Come here, Dexter.
Come on, bud. I'll let you see who's here with us today, and he came down to see David.
Dexter made the dress code today. I just put a lot of pressure on me, but I didn't get the memo about bow ties.
No. Yeah, but we kind of like your. Let's see if we get him.
He looks great. Let's get him on.
Okay, there we are.
There's Dexter. Hi, buddy. Let's fix that bow tie. Show everybody how good you look. Dexter was a big hit with the kids today. I think he fell in love with Vivian, one of our therapy dogs.
He did. I don't know. There might be a little puppy love going on here today.
We do have this therapy dog ambassador program, and Vivian, who's a mixed Staffordshire Bull Terrier mix, is the star of that program, and Dexter went right to her.
He did.
He recognized the star quality.
He did, and she, what a star that is. And I know you do Angel on a Leash too. And
we do. Our therapy dogs are now working at Providence Seaside Hospital on the Oregon coast, where my wife works, and we're still doing all the great things with the therapy dogs that we've done other places, and our dogs are doing great things for people, and we're just blessed to be able to share them and do things like that.
Do me one favor and don't stop doing what you're doing. You're just such a champion for dogs. You have your Freinatics. I'm not mentioning any names. Your Legion of Following.
I've seen the shirts. Thank you very much.
Yes, and if folks want to follow you, they want to learn more about you, because David has such a colorful, fascinating life, and I'd love for them to be able to know where to find you.
Well, I'm on Facebook.
You're on Facebook.
So come find me on Facebook, and I can push you into Twitter from there. But most of my stuff is on Facebook. I like to share the things that I'm doing with the dogs most of the time, and with my great friends, most of whom have come to me through the dog world.
Yeah.
But it's a great life with the dogs.
And this is such a moment for me too, because I remember in the 90s learning about you and thinking someday I'd love to meet David, and that was on my bucket list. And here I am.
Here we are.
Dogs bring us together, and it's just an amazing, big and small world in which we live.
It really is. And I thank my dog. I say this all the time. I thank my dogs every day for letting me be the guy on the other end of their leash. And that really is what my world's about. And we see it all. We saw it today. We see it everywhere else we go. Everybody goes, Dexter, 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 great to see you. Oh, hi, Carol.
Yeah, exactly.
We're
People
always
don't
the
care
afterthought.
that. Yeah. But yeah, absolutely, you guys. We love that you came today. I know a lot of you are going to see this in the replay. Make sure you visit nationaldogshow.com. If you're interested in getting tickets, you can find information there. Watch it on Thanksgiving Day. Follow David, and I think David would agree. Go hug your dog. Give your dog a hug.
Go hug your dog. Well said.
Well said. Thanks for your time.
You bet,
We
Carol.
appreciate
Nice
you.
to see you
All right. Thanks, guys.